Hi guys, this is David. Welcome to another episode of You're Not Alone. This is a somewhat of a holiday special kind of deal. Figured I'd get a one or two videos before the end of 2019 as we're approaching a new decade. Just a little over a week or so, we're gonna be in 2020, and it's actually pretty incredible. I hope all is well with you guys. It's been a while since I last posted a video. I think the last time I posted was like October or something. Um, I've been doing all right, I would say. This is my second take of today's video. The first take I was kind of rushed. I only had like 30 minutes to talk, but like now I have a lot of free time before I have to do some stuff. Um, a lot has changed. I got new glasses. Yeah, I got new glasses now. Um, I don't know if I showed you guys this last time, but yeah, I got new glasses. I gave myself a haircut, and honestly, it doesn't really look that good because I did it myself. So hopefully, once he grows out, I'll get an actual barber to help me. Um, I went through a lot of rough patches. It's been same old, same old. Just you do good, and then you do bad, and then you kind of do good. Nothing really. The cycle hasn't been broken, and that's the most irritating part. And I think that's what's leading to my frustrations that I'm experiencing currently. Um, I felt I felt really sad and kind of down for a good portion after my birthday to around a couple weeks ago. By the end of November, um, it's I tried so hard, and I try not to think about the things that I've done wrong, but it's unfortunate because like that's just how your brain works. If you don't have something to do, it's like you start wandering off, and you start remembering all the bad times because bad events are apparently for some reason more easier to remember than good points or good memories. And honestly, I don't know how to explain that. I don't think I have the answer, but it's more newsworthy, I suppose. Um, I I've been dealing with loneliness a lot. Um, I I really wanted to get a girlfriend by the end of this year. Obviously, that's not the case. um, but I started remembering all the times that I quote unquote fell in love, and that leads that led me to feeling lonely because I basically fucked up really bad. Um, I broke a lot of relationships. I made things a lot awkward with a lot of people, and now it's come to the point where we don't talk to each other anymore. Um, I thought I was okay with it. Turns out I was not, and I thought like I've said this earlier about certain people, and or in earlier videos, and I don't know. It's when you when you're lonely, you just want something like to fill the gap. It's like I picture loneliness as like your body, but there's a hole. There's just a gaping hole in like the middle of it. There's a void, and unfortunately, it's just the void just keeps on getting bigger and bigger until it takes over your body, and that's loneliness. Um, and I, for some reason, thought that getting a significant other, a girlfriend, would help fill that void and help me fix my problems. in that regard. I was under the impression that finding a girlfriend would basically cure me in a sense, because I think now when it comes down to it is that I'm just lonely. It's a lot harder to do things in this day and age as an adult. um People are in college, people are working all the time, like people are starting families. Like, it's not easy, and I just thought it was, but it really isn't. um I think, looking back on it now, I don't think I don't think I'm emotionally mature to be um a good partner for someone, and it took me a better part of 10 years to figure that out. um and now, what I mean by emotionally mature, is that like, I don't know what I want, and I think when you're trying to find a relationship or try to start a relationship, you kind of have to get a sense of what you want. Um, and everything that I do or think that I want, it turns out to be really toxic and suffocating. Um, and I don't want to. I don't want to do that to someone. I don't want to suffocate them. Um, with, like, you know, with my love and affection and stuff. Like, people need space to breathe. Uh, people need people need their own privacy, and I don't know. Like, I just feel like I don't. Everyone tells me I would be a great father. I would be a great boyfriend. I just need to find the right person. But, like, I think I wouldn't. Um, Now, I'm not saying that for certain, because, never say never, but I think for, like, a majority of the people that, like, are in this planet, like, I don't think I would be compatible with a lot of them, or, like, probably, like, 60-70% of them. Um it's just because most people want to do, like, I don't think I'm, like, I fit with my generation, and the fact that they like to go out and do stuff, and, I've been surrounded with a bunch of extroverts rather than introverts. And I thought I was an extrovert, but it turns out that I really like my own privacy, and I really like not being bothered, but, like, at the same time, I want to talk to people, if that makes sense. And I don't know if that's just because I have past trauma of just being, I guess, basically, like, not a laughing stock or abused necessarily physically, but, like, emotionally, I would have to say. Um, like, I said a bunch of stuff in, like, high school, where I asked this girl out to the prom, and then she got my best friend to say no, and then I went with another girl, and she ditched me at prom, and started slow dancing with another girl, or not girl, another boy, sorry. Um, and then senior prom, like, it worked out, everything was fine. It was probably one of the best moments of my life, but then depression happened, and now I don't talk to her anymore. I basically cast that aside. It's just past regrets. Thought I loved, fell in love with a girl online that I talked to, and we played the same games, and turns out that I don't think we were in the right match. Um, Tried to fall in love again with another girl, but turns out that was too fast. And, like, I don't know, like, I think I'm a lot mature in the fact that before I would, like, I was very immature a couple years ago. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. And I hope you guys don't judge me for this, but I basically I put appearances um more potent, or more as a number one priority than the personality. Um, Back then, when I was, like, a teenager, and I guess I guess I had like this expectation that like, or this delusion that everything would be just like an anime, I guess, where all the girls are beautiful and, people will like the common guy like me. Um but that's not the reality at all. Um I thought I would be I thought girls would just come to me because I was a nice guy and I did stuff, but turns out like they don't, you know? Um and when I realized that they didn't, I ruined a bunch of relationships in the process because I just couldn't accept it. But now I kind of do. Um, Looks aren't everything, and they shouldn't be the end all be all. From what I've experienced, I suppose. Looks only get you so far, you know. Um, I don't know, cause like the internet kind of made me realize that like the general consensus, I'm not one to just believe one person says that like, oh yeah, don't do this, like that's bad. But if it's like a general consensus, like, hey, like this is bad, like you shouldn't be doing that, and a lot of the comments are from girls, like it really puts into perspective that like what you thought you were doing right was wrong. Now of course I've definitely matured in that aspect. I realize that like there's no way in hell that I'm gonna date like fucking some supermodel or whatever. Um, and a wise man once told me, I think his name was Michelle or Michael. I forgot his name. Um, he told me that when I was younger, when I was working at a restaurant after I graduated senior year, he told me that like he was a lot older than me, and he said to me, he sat me down, and he's like, "Look, I know that like you want to go for all these like girls, like these hot girls and all that, but like you gotta take a step back and like a real man loves all women." That's what he said. Like he and I think I didn't really understand that at the time, but I think what he was trying to say is that like you shouldn't be focused on like only just like you shouldn't put your attention towards one specific type, if that makes sense, because you're just limiting your options. You should be more accepting and loving of all different physical, emotional types of girls out there. Because not every girl is going to be what's in your fantasy, and it's okay to have fantasies, but you shouldn't be dead set of only trying to obtain your fantasy. um I guess I come off as a really scummy person now. um Obviously I'm not like that, or I hope I'm not like that. Of course, everyone has a type, right? But like at the end of the day, I realize not everyone's going to be like these super like or whatever supermodel type women. And I shouldn't have expected that. But I'm a big I'm a big believer of the philosophy that experience shapes the man or person. And each experience in life helps you grow as a person, and through failure and struggle, you start to understand a lot of different things. Having depression and anxiety made me realize that maybe those it opened my eyes a lot. I always thought that my life was peachy and nothing could ever bring me down, and that the guys who acted all awkward and weird and antisocial were the weird ones. And then it hit you, like it hit me really hard, and I fell down flat. I fell down from the atmosphere of the earth and then some, like all the way down to the earth's core. That's how far down I fell. Um, and I don't think I'll ever be the same from back then. I thought that I was this perfect person and that, I started thinking like an incel, for lack of a better term. Um, I started thinking that, I was like this nice guy, this perfect nice person, and that, like it's the women that like don't really understand me because I don't have to change, but I have to change, like I realized that that way of thinking wasn't good. It wasn't positive. You're blaming all your misfortunes on, like a species or gender. Why did I say species? A gender of like of the human race that like, they're not. You can't stereotype them and all like that. You know. I thought that I was above stereotyping like groups of people, genders, like just above it in general. But apparently, I was stereotyping without me realizing it, and I thought that that was okay. And I realize now that it's not okay, because you know not every girl is gonna be like the ones that I've experienced, and for lack of they're happy now, and I don't harbor any ill intent. I don't wish misfortune on them. I just get I just get irritated at the fact that they're they've found the one and I'm still searching. um and it's not their fault. It's just my fault, um it's my fault because I don't do anything. I literally wake up, I either go to school, come back from school, do homework, stream, or play games. That's all I do. Um, and that's not how you meet people. Sorry, guys. That's just our guys and gals. That's not how you meet people. You can't just sit behind a screen and just kind of expect your significant other or Prince Charming or whatever to just fall into place. Um, I realized that the hard way. I thought a girl named Sammy, who I've mentioned Pat in the past, and even a girl named Britt, or in-game name was Britt, but I thought both of those girls were the one for me, and I had to make a choice. It didn't work out with Britt because one, she lived halfway across the United States, and two, she had problems of her own. And I'm not trying to downplay all that, but me and her both had our own set of problems, and I didn't feel like their relationship was gonna be fruitful for either of us because we're just gonna be so like dependent on each other and so desperate to desperately seek like each other's approval for something. um I broke it off with her, and it seemed so sudden because I just out of the blue just did it, but like in reality I was definitely thinking about that for like a good week. um Now, with Sammy, I messed up very hard in the fact that as soon as I called it off with Britt, I immediately went to Sammy, and that's just that was a dumbass move that I did. It was not cool to just do that. Um, I thought that that was okay. Once it's broken off, it's broken off. I didn't give it time, and everything seemed so sudden, and I tried to project my feelings, and like I never really like talked to girls and like expected them to like let me like slide in or whatever it's called, but like I thought that like I guess I was like putting a lot of time into building a relationship or trying to build a relationship, getting to know this person without trying to get to know them first. I was just kind of like I realized like like it's better to like do stuff with them privately or talk to them privately, get to know them, and then make your move. Or that to me is like if you get to know them or ask them questions and talk to them, like it eventually like it increases your chances or whatever, which is true. But like I was doing it all wrong in the fact that I wasn't trying to get to know them, right? I wasn't trying to like understand who they are. I was doing it half-heartedly, and I don't think you can do that. You really can't do that when you're trying to find like a lifelong partner, which I still am. I've never been one for like these short casual stuff because I know myself that I would probably get really emotionally attached. Now I'm like debating on whether I want or if I want to go out and find one because I don't know. I just don't feel like it's gonna be good. um, I guess it's hard for me to come out like this. Um, it's hard to see this for me, especially. I thought I could hold myself in such high esteem that that like I wasn't the problem, but I am the problem. Or I was a problem. Um, you know, like I say a lot of one thing I realize is that I'm so hypocritical. I say a lot of shit. I I I I'm a I guess I do as I say, not as I do kind of deal. Like I can give like I guess what seems like good advice, mature advice, but like I don't actually follow through with that. I just kind of say it and then that's it. And I keep on doing my shit, which is play games all the time. And I guess that's the internal struggle of me hating myself because I'm not proactive in trying to fix this. And it's hard. It really is. I don't know what I should do. Honestly, like I'm not even trying to like seek forgiveness or anything. It's never been about forgiveness. It's just more of about me projecting myself. And honestly, I don't know what I need to do to move forward from this. I see my therapist on Monday, so hopefully that can get some clarification, but I don't know. It's tough. It's really rough when you want to expect stuff. You expect things to happen and you don't do the work to do it. Like it just doesn't magically just lay on your lap. You just got to do it, right? Um you know, I've been over this plenty of times with my therapist. And he always says that like you just got to do it, dude. Um you got to do it. Take the fall, get back up and do it again. And I know that I need to do that, but I don't know if I'm ready. And that's what really irritates me because I know that I want it, but I'm not ready. It's like you want something and you're just not ready for it. And if you try to force it, it's just gonna you're either A gonna ruin the experience for yourself and not want to do it again, or B it's just gonna be really messy. Um I don't think I'm desperate. I don't I'm not really desperate in this fact that I'll go out with anyone. I still have my own likes and dislikes. There's a lot of women now that look really to me physically attractive, like on online dating sites and stuff, and like I still won't like I won't like swipe right or whatever. I actually like I check I look at their photos, and then if I'm interested some more, I scroll down through whatever information they see, and like half the stuff that I see is just not something that I'm into. I don't think I'm into like these like girls that just want to like go out and party all the time and drink, or just like want to do a lot of physical activity or whatever. or just have high expectations. I guess I just want a kind of down to earth kind of person. Um, Not mainly about physical attraction. It's like 50-50, physical and emotional. Um, I don't know. It's something that I'm trying to get over. Uh, I'm trying to get over the past, trying to make this decade, 2020 to 2030, like a really fucking good one, I guess. And yeah, just trying to move forward. Um, Along with relationship stuff. I've been having a very deep resentment towards a lot of things. Anger is what comes to mind. Um, if we were in the Star Wars universe, I would probably be the most powerful Sith Lord because I feel angry on like what it seems like a day-to-day basis. I let every little thing, every little inconvenience that happens in my life, I just explode. I am just like a nuclear warhead, and that if even at the slightest trigger, I will just explode. No filter. I will go off on people. Um, it's I don't know why I'm like that actually now. I really don't because I'm normally like more contained about it. I guess that's another effect of depression that is still there. Um, it got really bad today, and even a couple days ago, where I'm just yelling at my mom for all the inconveniences that she's done to me this week, which was go on a trip without me, uh, to a place that I don't want to go, and then throwing like all in the span of 2 weeks before she left. Uh, Basically say like, hey, you can take care of the animals, and I try to take care of the animals, and the animals don't want to listen to me, and I get very frustrated, especially when I work late at night. This week, that didn't really help. I'm not trying to excuse my actions, but like I'm trying to like list like the causes. I was very irritable when I got home from work because it was a long day, and I just wanted to go. I just wanted to feed, let them run around a bit, and then put them back in, but or the cats at least. I have to take care of two cats. And I have to take care of two dogs. Um, my dogs are I love animals. FYI, I'm a very avid animal lover. Um, I think we don't deserve animals to be honest, especially dogs, because they will give us their unconditional love, and they don't care what kind of things we do. Like they're so loyal, and I get angry at them because I'm just trying to play games. I'm just trying to relax and just play games. And I get very irritated when they start bugging me for stuff. I take them out multiple times, they don't do anything, and I guess they just want attention. They just want to play. Um and I guess that shows that I'm not really a great pet owner because I don't play with them hardly, and mostly because they're old and they have a lot of heart issues. But they have so much energy. But like I'm just very afraid that if I play with them, especially my oldest dog, I'm afraid that his heart might burst because like he hacks and wheezes whenever he gets excited. So when he plays, he gets really excited. And so if I play with him for a very long time, or even like 10 minutes, like he starts hacking and wheezing, and I just get worried, right? So I just decided to not play with him that much or at all. Just let him. I just want him to like kind of relax and just kind of live out his old days, just sleeping and stuff. But no, he has the energy of a puppy. They all do, and they just want to play all the time. They want attention, and it's a lot of work. Um, and I guess I focus on playing games a lot more than doing that. Um, I guess I have an addiction to gaming. Um, an addiction to the point where when I say addiction, I don't mean like I don't go to school and just game all day. I don't like, like it's not affecting my actual like like life that much, but like when it comes to like family stuff or whatever, I will prioritize gaming over spending time with my family. I think that's just due to me, like, I don't think I just have anything in common with them, and like I just don't want to do anything with them half the time because they want to do their own thing that doesn't coincide with what I want to do. It's like a difference of opinions and interests, and it just makes me irritated that like, like we're like this or I'm like this, and I get angry. I got angry at the cats. The cats actually one scratched me and I didn't do anything. I picked him up and then I accidentally bumped my shoulder on the bed, and he got really, I guess he hissed at me because he didn't like that, and he started trying to squirm out and I got scratched. The other time I got scratched right here. I don't know if you can see. I got scratched right there because I don't know. I guess he just doesn't like me. And I got home at like almost 11 p.m. A couple nights ago, and I had to I had to feed them and stuff. I know the cat that scratched me. He's caged indoors, so I don't like him being caged in there all day. I would like for him to kind of roam around for a little bit, stretch his legs, but he ended up not wanting to go back in after. I usually give him 20-30 minutes to kind of run around, and then I put him back, and he didn't want to go in, and soon that 20-30 minutes of me trying to do stuff with him turned into almost 2 hours, and by then it was like 12, and I was just so irritated and I was so angry. And I guess that didn't make anything better because animals can sense feelings in humans and other animals. So I guess he could sense my anger and frustration, and he definitely kept away from me because he didn't want anything to do with me at that point. But like I was getting mad. I was like texting my mom, calling my mom, yelling at my mom. And when I get angry, like super angry, I yell. I have no filter. So I will be cursing like a sailor. Um, I say like a lot of awful things. Um, and that's, I think, what I need to talk to my therapist about on Monday, because it got really bad today to the point where my mom actually hung up on me. Um, like I get so frustrated and angry so easily, even at games, and I just like it's like a spur of the moment kind of deal, and then once it's like a flame, like the spark hits and then the flame dies down, and then you just feel so bad about yourself, like, wow, I can't believe I actually did that. um and that leads me to why I don't think I'd be good for relationships, because I feel like as I am right now, if the girl does something that I don't really want to do or like, and she kind of forces me, then I'm just in a bad mood, and because I have no filter, and because when I get angry, like really angry, like I scream and like say all these mean things and awful things, like that's not good. I'm doing more harm than good. So like I don't think I'll ever be ready. I think that I don't think I'll ever be ready at this rate. It just doesn't seem like, it's always the same shit. It's always the same shit, and nothing seems to be getting better. um, it's just, I don't know. It's just hard, I guess. I would say this is normal, but it's normal to feel angry, but it's not normal to wish bad things upon family members and others. Um, so I guess I have a lot to answer for. and today when I pick them up from the airport, it's going to be a very awkward ride. And Monday when I go to my therapist, and I'm going to be talking to him about my anger issues. Um, I figured out some ways to kind of combat this, which was I found some I'm friends with some colleagues, and I was planning on going to the gym before I had to take care of the animals and then all that. So hopefully I'll start the gym routine next week. So hopefully that bit of exercise will A, allow me to meet different people, B, well, allow me to have some like South Carolina friends that I can hang out with, and C, help me deal with my anger, because I guess I have like a lot of energy that I need to kind of waste. Um, and I think putting it into constructive use, which is bettering my body, getting healthy, gaining weight, because right now I weigh 110 pounds, which is way below the BMI levels. So I need to be like 130, just about 120, 130, to be normal, average. So I need to gain a lot of weight. 10, 20 pounds. That's a lot. um, but hopefully that helps. I think I'm just actually just pent up, I guess. Um, I'm not necessarily doing it out of boredom, but just like I'm just cooped up all the time, that I'm just getting aggravated at everything because I can't do anything. But hopefully that changes next year. Um, yeah, I hope I get better. I really do. I just feel so awful about it. I really do feel awful about it. Um, we just gotta stay strong, right? We just have to band together and support each other, you know? Kind of understand that we're working through all this, but don't expect I'm not expecting anyone else to pull me out of this. I have to do this 100%. This is all on me. I can't expect my mom to pull me out of this. I can't expect my therapist to pull me out of this, or you guys. I have to do this on my own, because you guys aren't controlling me. I'm controlling me. I have full control over everything that I do. So I have to come to the realization and put up or shut up kind of deal. Um so hopefully I gain that spark again. Um I think that's all the sad stuff. um I guess I'll end the note in this video on a good note. Um I received a 4.0 GPA this semester. First time I've ever done that in the history of my education. Um, it's pretty amazing. I've worked. I like to think I worked very hard on it. Um, as a result of me getting a 4.0, I also received a lot of scholarships, meaning that I don't have to pay back anything. They basically are covering my entire tuition for this year. So that's pretty neat. Um, hopefully I can keep up the pressure next semester. Um, I my student loans actually got not deferred, but like kind of put on hold. It got put on hold for a little bit till I graduate from Horry, Georgetown. So I won't have to pay. I will resume paying in May of 2021. So I'm saving an extra $50 there a month, which is huge because that adds up. It seemed like I was living paycheck to paycheck, just about to pay bills, essentially, not really having any money for myself because I'm going to school and working. Um, but that's good news as well. I'm getting back into some hobbies. And I'm reflecting a lot, but like, as much as like I say a lot of bad stuff that's been happening, there's a lot of good stuff. Um, These are really good things that I get to I can happily say I can close the decade with. This decade has been, I would have to say, probably 80% bad, 20% good. Hopefully I can change that around to where it's 100% good and 0% bad, hopefully. Um but time heals, experience makes the man, that kind of stuff. I'd like to thank you guys for supporting me on this journey. It's been a couple years, and I'm glad that I can end the decade with you guys. I do read comments, so if you'd like to post a comment about any experiences you're going through, I love reading all your stuff, your experiences, your support, especially. It makes a lot of difference. Honestly, it does. Um, and as a disclaimer for anyone new coming in, I don't do this for any personal gain other than to further my own mental health. I don't do this for like monetary purposes or whatever. This is just another therapeutic tool that I get to express myself outside of therapy, and hopefully I can help other people as well. I've been getting comments saying that I have been helping somewhat, and that means a lot because honestly, I feel like I don't help a lot or at all. Um, but thank you guys for being there with me. Greatly appreciate that. But yeah, leave a comment down below if just to tell me how you've been, what you're expecting 2020 to be, how you're feeling, any good news, bad news, just whatever. Like I said, I like reading them, so I would do it for this video. I would release another video probably by when we get closer to the end of 2019, explaining some of my goals for 2020. So yeah, I'll probably post another video in the next week or so. But thank you guys a lot. Like always, this series was heavily inspired by Little Kuriboh's We're Still Here YouTube series, which if you don't know who Little Kuriboh is, he's a abridger. He does Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridge. He was in Dragon Ball Z Abridge. He plays Frieza. He's a very down-to-earth guy, and honestly, like, I love his work. I love Team 4 Star's work, and just being able to relate to him. You meet like some person on YouTube who you hold in high esteem, and all of a sudden you realize that he's going through similar experiences that you're going through. Like, makes it more personal, I guess, even though we never met. But this entire process has been thanks to him. I think that's because of his videos. He's been able to help me a lot. So I hope to pass that down to other people as well. But yeah, link to his channel and his playlist will be provided below. Hope you guys have a rest of your day. Hopefully you guys have a great Christmas. And I'll see you before the decade ends. Thanks for listening as always. I'll see you next time. Peace.